Welcome, Guildies and Goblins, back to another episode of the DawnSetter Guild. You've made it back for an episode number I'm not allowed to know, even though I heard it earlier, and now I will continue to track it in my head, so I'm not going to say it to reinforce the fact that I know it. It's at the bottom of the screen, just look there. If you don't know what episode number it is, or if you don't care, you're one of the good ones.
I need you to tread softly. I'm kidding.
Or tread hardly and go back and watch it from the beginning to make sure that you're all caught up and we get the extra watch hours.
We tread hard out here.
Where are we in this? Like, what? Can I get a recap?
Yeah, I was about to hit it.
Oh, good.
Do you want it?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Now that you've asked, though, I don't know if I
wants it.
want to.
Oh,
Hit
come
it,
on.
baby.
I'm trying to think.
Please.
What we
Last time.
we talked.
We
to
did the coolest thing in the
captain.
world.
Yes.
Yes.
I
we
swung
did.
out over that thing and you held
I mopped.
You did
We
mopped.
leveled.
You
Oh,
Nagi'd
boy.
with the mop.
A lot has happened in the
So-
last 3 episodes.
I guess we all
We
really
didn't
wanted
shoot
to
the
chime in.
We did. Yeah, there you go. We did your recap for you.
Yeah.
Not
No, we
really.
didn't.
Not really at
Let's
all.
let the
Rude.
pro handle this.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen,
The DM.
watch this.
Skirting across the edge of Dante's
crap,
Cross,
he's
the
so
entire
good.
all the chaos and all the arcane magistries at the edge of the sea itself. When you're able to watch the separation between one region of the sea and the other, it is unlike an experience only sailors know. And last time, you all started to get a feel for what life on a ship is going to be like. Someone mopped. Someone got to a crow's nest and didn't see an issue coming.
The first time.
The second time, though, we got you.
Yeah, I love it. It's like, hey, stuff happening over there.
Hey, you guys.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah,
you
No,
guys.
that's it.
I saw it on my telescope.
I looked through it. Wasn't blurry.
There's
Wasn't
2 up
smudged.
here. I saw it.
Kept it clean.
They got a taste for what the system of ship sailing is going to feel like because it is an aquatic oceanic adventure. And so we needed to make sure that there's a system in place that you guys can play with, and you got a taste of it. We'll see more of it as we go, as we get into Dante's Cross and the other 4 seas that exist in our world at large. They're headed for a place called Cauldron. Yes. It is one of the safer areas inside Dante's Cross. There are some landlocked islands that are in it. Or not landlocked, I'm sorry, they're sea-locked, essentially. There's not a whole lot of distribution in and out. So some of them are completely isolated from the outside world. And it does create a sense of who knows what you're going to run into.
Yeah, as you were saying all that, I was like, oh, he's got plans.
I do.
He's got plans for us. I'm scared.
Yeah, sailing's going to be technical. All these villains we're going to run into. Heavens.
Is our rudder still stuck in one direction?
Yeah, you guys lost a day because it's getting repaired.
Right.
Yeah.
Which also brings me to my next piece. Time will be important.
Oh, no.
Stress.
Oh, shucks.
You lost a day. Time will be important.
We are running on a fantasy calendar I made of my own design. Luckily, it is a 7-day set.
Does it come with pictures of firemen?
Oh, yes, it does. Good. But they're actually all fire elementals.
I was just about to say they
they're
should
firemen.
be firemen. Yep.
Listen,
Cool.
are
Good.
they-
Yeah, good.
Are they buff?
That depends on the month.
Depends.
Because I was waiting for the twist to be, yes, there's firemen, but they're just kind of regular.
Yeah.
Not
They're-
like jacked.
Listen, hey,
But if you're someone who's into like that soft yet muscular dad bod, December's for you.
December's for you.
stick
Got
around.
that winter bod.
Stick
He's-
around.
Shoot.
Don't worry, he's coming up.
Dude, what's
I'm
that?
excited.
They call him Hot Toddy.
Hot
Hot
toddy.
There's a fire department in Canada. I forget where, but they really do that shoot, and it raises a ton of money. And there are some lady firefighters in there. Holy moly! Anyways,
Look it up.
Just
Don't look
a
at
plug.
Tyler's search history.
Wait a minute.
Fireman calendar.
Canada.
Fireman calendar, Canada
Hot
lady,
Canada.
hot.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Muscle
sorry.
mommy. Enter.
A boot,
Hey.
enter.
Anyway.
We also had the dude that got duplicated at the beginning.
That's
Yep.
true. Is the other one dead yet?
You don't know.
Oh.
He went down to the brig.
Okay.
Biggs took him down to the brig.
To go take
And
a
Wedge
nap.
just been sleeping.
Was sleeping in the brig.
So you say time is important. Do we get to know these mysterious time frames?
It's something
is
just
it-
to note for now.
So just like if we're at sea for too long, like
Yep.
We need food
an
supplies
ominous-
and
Uh-huh.
things.
While we're gonna call, I mean, I'll pull the curtain back on this one. While we're in the tutorial area of you guys learning how to do this, you're not gonna have to worry too much because this is a really seasoned crew,
Yeah.
incredibly seasoned crew.
Yeah.
When it's your job, you will have X number of days at sea while you can last on food. You will have this amount of repair capacity. You'll have to make sure certain roles on the ship are managed.
I wish these guys didn't want to kill themselves.
Regrets a terrible
Sacrifice
thing.
themselves.
Hey, yes.
There's a difference.
Hey, we're on YouTube.
unalive?
Alive themselves.
Just kidding. That also
Sacrifice.
trigger warning for a gagging. noise.
Sorry,
Well,
I definitely
Because
should
you
have been
unalived
specific.
you unalived
Or
yourself.
it's YouTube. People talk about
Because
it.
you're
Yes.
Yeah.
Undead.
dead.
Go.
Yeah?
Undead.
You're not alived
not alive to be undead.
to be undead.
Not-
You did not unalive yourself,
Not
but you
alive.
are
You got not-
unalive.
you got not alive.
You got not alive.
Not alive. That's pretty good.
Not alive to be undead. Yeah.
Ooh,
Keep going.
Trenda's got it.
That was the second one.
Don't keep singing.
You
Brenda's
missed the
greatest hits
first
coming
Wait,
to a
what was the
Spotify
first
playlist
one?
near you.
It was the
Ah.
same.
Yeah.
You ready for the next day?
Yes, I'm so ready.
Okay.
Yes,
I am
my
so
lady.
excited.
To
Yeah.
make travel more convenient,
Uh-huh.
because long distance travel can be kind of hard in D&D.
Yeah.
Sailing is going to be, I will roll an event, a dedicated event, and then I will roll a periodic amount of days.
Cool.
And there can be training opportunities for involved. If you guys would ever have to if you would ever like to have a conversation while we're at sea, but go ahead and take it up. But days are going to become kind of routine, and they're going to have the opportunity for you guys to train along the way. Those training roles that we've already been doing until the event shows up.
Sick. I like it.
Yeah, except in Dante's Cross.
The smile
It's
on his
every
face right there. He's so excited.
I am. I got a whole table for this that I built, and I'm excited to use it.
He's made of mahogany.
Because as soon as I roll an event on it, wherever it is on the map, I'm going to mark it, and that will become a permanent fixture on our map.
Wow. It's that's very video gamey that it's
Yeah.
just like generates and that you have to. Oh man.
Listen, it's top hats and cats and prestige. You just keep hitting the machine, and you're not seeing anything at the beginning, but eventually, we're gonna walk through the forest and stumble upon a whole pile of those things.
This was almost a Whisper of the Heart reference, and also a When the Cat Returns reference, and Mononoke. And there was a whole Ghibli factory at the Howl's Moving Castle sprinkled into that analogy.
I guess maybe for me it was just the prestige. from
Yeah, I
Christopher
was like,
Nolan.
good, because I
But there
saw
was
the
top
prestige,
hats
but
and
none of that.
cats
So
and-
See,
Yeah.
I went the wrong way with that one. Of
No,
like top
there's
hat
no
on
wrong.
the cat.
Gotcha.
That's where I was at.
That's good.
Yep.
You know, I'll meet you where you're at.
It could also just be a huge cat in the hat analogy.
That yeah.
No.
Mike
Walk
Myers.
into the forest and there's a gigantic cat staring at you.
with a top hat.
No. Horror movie.
Who sounds a lot
Horror
like
movie.
Who sounds a lot like Austin Powers, without a British accent.
Humst does.
If you know that reference, go get your colonoscopy scheduled.
Like you said that, and then it's like, oh no, yeah, I'm older, I'm not young anymore.
Oh.
It's a cat in the
You
hat.
get a colonoscopy because you're old. No, that was the part I missed. I was like, what? I was like, what's wrong with Mike Myers?
There's
What do you mean? I was so confused.
He's getting his colonoscopies done.
well,
Wow.
as the youngest person here, I just don't know what you guys are talking about.
I just have
What
not a
about
care
Mike,
in the world.
Mike
What's a
Myers,
colon?
Cat in the Hat?
What should we do for summer?
Why would you get your keyboard checked?
We never play D&D here.
No, we don't. Not really.
Were you talking about like what
That
we're
was
doing right
close.
now?
Holy
or-
cow. I almost. Oof. Oh, anyways,
Oh man. Okay.
I have one point of business that I would say
Take it
just
away.
something that I would be at the beginning of the day looking to do. My eyes are peeled for Tanner, not Trevor.
Tanner the Dolphin.
I'm anxiously waiting a response from Tanner. The
Trevor's
Dolphin.
Trevor's his editor.
Yeah.
She's like,
Yeah.
Who the hell is Trevor? Said Marche.
Yeah, that would be a thing that kind of throughout the day, if something's not going on, I'm
Peeking out for him.
peeking over the edges looking.
Okay.
So
You got it.
anyways, just want to make sure Tanner knows I'm looking for him. We're out here.
We out here looking for you, Tanner. Where are you,
Tanner.
homie?
Tanner.
The dusk rises on another day.
Dusk rises.
Yes, because they're vampires.
Mm-hmm.
It's flipped.
It's flipped.
It's flipped.
Because you guys gotta get up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Do we have to deal with depression because we don't get to see the sun anymore? And we
That
don't
might
have
become a thing.
choice?
Oh no.
Especially
We
for
got
a
the
druid.
sads.
Sleep in
Yeah,
the
but it's
sun,
a druid who's used to living in hell, so I think I'm okay. I think I get.
All in all,
No, just the girl
Yeah.
who worships the sun might have an issue with it at some point.
Shoot.
Yeah, maybe.
hey, that's something you and the captain share. You're both technically followers of Solara. And he's dealing with it fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, healthy guy. Everything real normal and good.
Yeah,
nothing-
nothing normal about him.
Nothing bad ever happened to him.
Nope. So for the day, I need someone to roll an event dice.
Let's go.
Roll
Dibs.
the D4 again. Oh,
Let's
never
Is it a
mind.
20?
It's a D100.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
D100, and then I need a D20 rolled after that.
I'll do the 20. Who wants to do the 100?
Go
Can
for
I?
it.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay.
This
Oh,
one,
boy.
folks. We're going with this one.
It's a real pretty one.
Ooh,
it's
60.
Pink, purple.
Listen, I was thinking about it
Wait, you
being
got to roll
60.
the other one too.
What other one?
You
The-
roll 2.
What?
The
You
12
roll
The 10 and the
No.
10.
or the 10.
these 2.
Really?
Otherwise known as the percentile
Oh,
set.
wait, why?
Because
So
you
it can
do the
be
one. So the one is the
260?
6, and then the other one is the like single digit after it.
Yeah.
So 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Sorry, so 602?
So like this, this would be 96.
You're filling in the 0.
Okay. There
Yeah,
we go.
you're filling in the
That's all-
0.
That's all I
Oh,
needed
here's
to
a
hear.
note. Here's a note, and this might upset some of you. Suck a pen. I had a big debate about this, so it's a soft spot. When you roll those 2 dice, when you roll a 0, it is not 10. It is 0, or else you cannot roll a 60. You cannot roll
On
all-
0, 0.
On 0, 0? Correct.
But not on the 0 of the other
Yeah.
one. That's 10.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
When you roll both, and you roll, then you have the 10 slot, and the other one only fills in the singular slot, right?
Okay.
However, normally when you roll just a D10, the 0 is a 10.
Yes.
Not the case when you roll a percentile set.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
so how do you roll a 0?
You roll 0, 0, and 1 is a critical failure on a 100
Okay,
set.
cool.
Right?
And then to roll 100, it would be
A 10 and a 0?
or a 10 and a 1
That's,
Yeah. How would
or
you
a 10
get
and a
100?
10.
It's a 10 and a 10.
Okay, wait.
No,
Yeah.
it's
Then
not.
it's-
It should
Yeah,
be.
10 and a 10.
It's a 99 and a 9. This is where the slip happens.
because there is a
10
0.
and a 0.
A 10
Uh-huh,
and a
which
0
would make
is
that-
the 100.
No, a 10 and a 0, that would make that a 10.
Okay,
So
How would you get 100?
so you
In a-
don't. You just roll
in
99.
a percentile set, you can't.
Okay.
This is where the debate happened. You can't hit a 0 and you can't hit a 100.
Okay.
So technically a 99 is like the best you can do. So
Wild.
for
Right.
instance, if you take these, I mean, some people also play the critical
No,
zeros,
you could do 90-10.
but that means that the 0 breaks its rule.
What?
If you roll a 90 and a 0 on the singular slot, that means it's no longer a 0 and you can never hit a 90.
But the 0 is 10.
Only when rolled singularly.
Right now, when you do them together, this is 0. If you do it by itself, it's 10. So 90 plus 0 is just 90.
So in the percentile,
you're
the
adding.
0 just
That's what I
loses
just
it.
learned.
It doesn't do anything.
It does. So, okay, hang on.
You can get
Hang
a
on.
1
This
and
is-
a 100.
Welcome to the problem.
This is the meme I saw the other day of some lady who was like, "Oh, D&D is all witchcraft," and then she sat and played it with her kids, and she's like, "This is just math,"
Yes, it
and
is.
It is.
stormed off.
And
Which
witchcraft.
I'm about to.
Okay.
Just
So if I hit a double 0, right?
Okay. Yes. Sir.
And then I roll a 4.
Yes.
What did I do?
you roll,
rolled
a
a 4.
Okay, if I roll a double 0 and a 0,
You rolled a 10.
You rolled 0.
I rolled 0.
Okay.
No.
Because when they're
0, 0, 0.
together, the 0 is
This
0.
is where
When
some
they're
people
apart, the
decide
0
this is a
10.
critical success.
Success?
Right, that's the problem. Because if you hit a 90, if I hit a 90,
90 plus 10.
90
but that's
plus
not,
0.
the 0 has to be able to be a 0 or you
No.
cannot hit like a 10.
I think you
Or
can
you
not
can't-
hit 0. You can hit 1 through 100.
Then how about this? Hang on. If I roll a 10 on this and I roll a 0,
We're gonna
what is it?
Okay, wait, what was it?
If I roll a 10 and
a
a 0,
zero.
what is it?
It's just 10.
100.
It's just 10.
That's what he was explaining.
A 10 on this,
this.
Yes.
and a 0 on the
Yes.
other. That's 20.
So if I roll a 20,
wait. 10 and 0 would make it 20.
No, because the 0 is a 10.
She's saying this is a 10.
It's not.
Play it that
but
way.
the,
But it
So, I mean,
has to be able to be a 0. is what
theoretically,
Chance is saying.
in that piece, you're correct,
Yeah.
but there's a slip of numbers along the way.
No, it is impossible to roll a 0, but it is possible to roll 1 through 100.
Correct. There's a slip because most people want the 0 to happen.
No, why would you want that?
I don't know.
doesn't
but
make any
welcome to
sense.
the problem.
So we here at the
Welcome to
DawnSetter
the problem.
Guild are going to roll like
This, which is, you cannot roll a 0. You can roll up to 100. So 1 to 100.
so a 90
So normal.
Yes.
and a 0
I don't
would
have to
make
throw hands.
100.
Yes.
So the 0 is now 10
Correct.
in both cases.
Correct.
Correct.
Okay.
As it should be.
That's how we're
it's
doing
a
it.
10.
It's a long.
called
this
a
is
D10.
a long, confusing thesis. Even though the impetus of mine started with this is a debate and don't lean into this. This is how it needs to go, because I've heard people fight for the 0s. I've heard them fight for the critical success on a 0. I've heard the fights for a 90 and a 10.
And the battleground is in the comments.
Yep.
Let us know.
Yeah, light us up.
We
Fight
won't
for
let
the
Chance look at
zeros.
those comments.
Even like getting into the piece, I have to like reorganize my thoughts just to make sure I'm like submitting it correctly.
Yeah.
It's no thoughts. There is only one way.
And you guys are on the
I'm
same
sure
page,
it comes as
so
no
that's
surprise
nice.
to you that this is the first time I'm rolling D100.
Anyways,
So,
let's see what it gets.
Yeah. Let's
is-
roll again.
this is truly the first time I've ever done this.
This is
I've done a
exciting.
10, but not 100. So here we go.
Let's see if he reads it.
Okay. Oh, I read it right. We're looking
Nice.
at a 48, folks.
Okay, 48.
Didn't have those zeros. to confuse 'em.
4D8 or 48?
Oh,
What did I say?
gosh.
I mean, in D&D it could be either
Tanner,
one.
take me away.
Tanner, put me in a
Should I
bottle
do that
and
20?
sail away.
Roll that 20.
19.
Wow.
That's good.
It depends. I've heard I know some DMs that will play
Yeah, they go
Wait,
high.
what'd you hit?
event dice a 19. Some DMs they're like event dice
Yeah.
you want
19
low.
is hard.
19's bad. Yeah, well, you want a lower one. Others that are like it doesn't matter at all. And then
What if you rolled like, okay, so 48 and then you got 19. What if like we didn't split that up. I was doing the D100 and the D20 and I rolled and I got the last 4 digits of my phone number or my social.
Then you win D&D.
What would that mean?
yeah.
Exactly.
You won the D&D.
Yeah, the FBI would break down the
You
door.
have to
and-
announce
kick
your
it down immediately.
your social. Pull out your card so you can prove it, and then
Show it on camera, hold
Yeah,
it up
that's
so
what
it
I'm
can
saying.
really
we have to
see.
show.
Because you have a
happening.
Pisces moon.
Sorry that I would wonder that. What? Which part of that was the moon? I'm genuinely curious. Which part of that was Pisces
I think it
behavior?
was about two or three sentences back. I decided I was going to say that. So for
Regardless, you're just and
whatever
that
that means
and that's
to
the way
you.
that that works.
Come
Yep,
on.
That is why. That's why
yeah.
Kyle doesn't believe in astrology.
Yeah.
Remember
Come
when
on,
I
that
said
was
we
all
never played
comedy.
D&D?
Yes, I
Anyways.
do.
Arguing about dice.
What do these dice do
We had
to
to
us?
learn.
Are they nice? Or we'll never know.
As the first lanterns are lit on top of the deck, a school of bioluminescent fish
Yes.
are following the ship.
Yes.
so
I am-
pretty.
I am so on the edge. Is anyone else watching and
Yeah.
looking at this?
The crew's some of the crew are peeking over and watching. Some of them are just going about their daily duties.
Any of the crew that I'm like familiar with?
Biggs is fishing.
Biggs is fishing.
Am
For
I up in
them?
the crow's nest right now? I would assume.
This is as you guys come up to the deck after out of the galley hall.
Right.
After
I wanna-
after the switch from the dawn crew to the dusk crew.
Right, Biggs. What are these? Oh, right, of course. I should have known.
He's got a huge straw hat. and
Oh,
he's-
heck yeah.
He's got a little tiny wooden fishing pole.
Are you fishing for these bioluminescent creatures? What?
We are just waiting for fan art.
I've never seen them before. What? Do they taste good? Right. I have overestimated my my ability to comprehend what it is that you're saying exactly. Oh, here we go.
And he slings one up, and he pulled it so hard it just comes up with a skeleton.
Oh, he cartooned it.
Whips it back down, grabs the end, and just starts chewing on the bones.
I think he meant to do that.
He's hardcore. Fish bones are tiny. You don't want to puncture your lungs.
Yeah, how big are these bioluminescent fish?
They're probably maybe 2 feet long.
Okay.
2 feet long, about 4 inches thick.
All right.
And they have the bioluminescence comes out of their fins. They almost look like angelfish.
Uh-huh.
But they have really long tails and really long dorsal fins. So it almost looks like cascading rainbows or long strings of LED lights that are dancing through the water.
Huh.
And they're all different colors.
That's really pretty.
Zars, have you ever seen anything like this?
Fish. No, not fish. There's definitely some instances of some bioluminescent on the way out of the hills, but no, not these.
You guys, I'll be right back. And I shoot for the freaking. I want to go for the crow's nest immediately because I want to see this just from up top.
Great. As you run your way up to the crow's nest as fast as you can, climbing up, scaling it up.
Yep.
And the scout, the dusk scout is already there. So you and him are both perched up.
Word.
And it tails for probably half a mile behind the ship.
Wow. Dude,
It looks like you're being followed by the Aurora Borealis.
So sick.
beautiful. And that's real. Guys, that exists in real life. Yeah, anyways.
You can see it yourself.
You can see it.
Don't have dreams for dreams.
Yes, exactly. No, that's the thing. It doesn't just have to be D&D. It doesn't just have to be in your head. You can see this phenomenon.
You can.
Anyways, yeah, I'm just
You can
taking
play
this
D&D
in.
on a ship with this phenomenon.
Goals.
I'm gonna talk to
Sign
the
up
other homie.
here.
Goals. We're going to take an Alaskan cruise, and we are going to.
We're heading up to the Arctic Circle.
That is
Join
some-
our
that is some
Patreon
cold-
now to join us on our cruise
Yeah.
in the future.
If you pay to get us there, shoot.
Do it.
Can I talk to the scout in the crow's nest?
Yeah.
Just listen, I don't want to. This is like really cool. I don't know. Like, what do you think? Like, I think this is pretty cool.
Don't make fun
Have
of
you
me if
seen
I
anything
cry.
like this before? Don't make fun of me.
So they're an elf.
Okay.
They have really sharp ears. One of them is docked.
Wow.
They've got jeweled earrings all the way down their ears. Sharp nose, sharp chin, a big old undercut on one side, and, large swooping blonde hair to the other. And they have really tight leather gear. I've seen a few things like this myself, and it's always beautiful to see it again.
How many times have you seen it?
This phenomenon happens occasionally once you're up to the more northern parts of the hemispheres. In the northern parts of the seas, you watch these fish tail us.
The fact that it's this close to Cauldron or Dante's cross there, like, does that, I don't know, like, does that bode well? Like, I feel like it's a good sign, yeah?
If you're looking for comfort, these fish tend to radiate harder the closer you get to arcane anomalies. We use them as warning signs. But when you're about to cross into the cross, it comes with the territory.
Yeah, just everything's a warning sign at that point.
Yeah. The splits in the seas, the tumultuous winds, the currents, the beautiful display of the stardust fish below us.
I was gonna ask the name, Stardust Fish. That's really cool. Have you been to the? It sounds like you've been to Cauldron before and the Cross.
Aye, we've sailed through a time or two. And the cross is always a perilous mistress.
I believe it.
She's the one you keep at the tavern. You don't take her home, if you know what I
What
mean.
a hussy.
Listen, miss, I know a guy in every port.
What can I say? Later when that comes in handy, this guy.
This guy.
Judgy.
I'm not judging. I'm just saying.
I don't know.
Want to get in on that action.
This has been most enlightening. What was your name again?
My name is Tyradel. Tyradel. There it is. I had to get further up my teeth. Tyradel.
It's great to meet you. My name's Kaz.
Nice to meet you. You're the
yeah,
new
this
kid, right,
is-
Gaz? Nice to meet you.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice cadence,
Pretty new. Yeah, pretty new. Pretty new to like the sea. Pretty new to like I don't know these fish. I've never been to the cross, so I'm not like nervous, but like yeah, like I don't know. Cross sounds kind of intense, so that's
it
kind of
is.
why I'm asking about. Yeah, I don't know what's like the scariest like thing you've seen there. What would you say?
In the cross.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, here's one. There was a moment we were sailing next to a storm, right next to it, as clear as that line. And he points down at the cross, at the edge of the cross, where the current is obviously different, and the weather is even obviously different. And you can see the difference between the thickness of the air on the inside due to all the magical particles that exist in the air. It's just heavy.
Heck yeah.
And we were sailing close to a storm as clear as it is the edge of the cross, just like that. And as we got closer to the edge, we saw ourselves.
Like another ship.
Aye. Completely ourselves. And if you looked into them, your wildest nightmares were infused into your mind.
Rather be an NPC here, am I right?
And that's when they boarded the ship.
And you
Uh-huh.
there was no distinguishing. Well,
Not
okay,
a-
wait. So was it anything like the like with the sailor the night before?
The simulacrum.
There? Yeah.
No, it was. I guess in a way it was the same, but it was a little different. It turns out they were just a simple trick of a simple mind flayer, casting major illusions upon all of us. Raish was the one who got us out of it, luckily.
What did he do?
Wore his glasses. Turns out it was a trick of the eyes. If you could peer and see into them, you were immediately enthralled by it.
So like, does everybody wear glasses now? No, I'm kidding. I did not say that. I heard you.
That seems like a reasonable question.
That's a good question.
No, that's nonsense.
We lost a few good men that day.
How many's a few?
4.
Well, I mean that could have been a lot worse.
It could have been, but now they sleep at the bottom, in the Tide Mother's loving embrace.
This is intense. I'm. Yeah, I just hope we don't like run into that again. Like that sounds wild. If we did run into that again, like are there like glasses on the ship for everybody, or like how does that work?
We learned a trick. You're a thrall, right?
Sorry.
You're a thrall of the captain.
Yes.
So Captain Dustthorn has complete control, I believe is the more direct way to say it, of his thralls in a time of crisis.
Huh.
And so you'll black out, and hopefully you wake up.
Bless.
And so wait, okay, like
The ship is his lair, right?
Yes, and
Right.
so he'd just like make us fight or whatever, but like if we're fighting our other self and we're not in control, like we could just, I don't know, like tons of us could be lost. Yeah.
Aye.
That's a lot to process.
Welcome to the
Tyradel.
crew, kid.
Sick. Okay, we can cut away from me. That was a very fun exchange.
We started with pretty fish and we ended on.
The people gotta know. They gotta know what's at stake on this ship.
Yeah. So the Stardust fish are just cascading underneath the boat. Biggs is bringing in a haul. Sometimes they're dismembered, sometimes they're in half, sometimes they're just skeletons. Occasionally he catches a few. And he collects them, the couple that he got alive, he puts them in a bucket of water, and then he just walks down into the galley. Wedge creeps up to Trinda and he's like, in case you're wondering, Biggs has an aquarium.
Oh.
I was wondering.
Normally
hungry.
it's a question that daps through everyone's minds at least once. Whenever we find a good school of fish, he likes to go put them in his aquarium. We all do our best to keep him alive. Biggs isn't the greatest at that. And by the time they've passed over that good rainbow bridge, then Ellie does the rest.
Oh,
So it's an aquarium turned just like
Farm to table.
refrigerator. Yeah.
3 days later, Stardust fish on the menu.
Yep.
Yeah.
At least a couple.
There we
oh
go.
man.
But that is it's a simple day. So go ahead and take your training checks.
Oh yes.
Ooh, what does that mean?
You're gonna whatever skill set you're currently working on. It's that you need 25 successes to be proficient in something or to master something. So you were training with Ellie to become the cook.
I sure was, and I've had 2 successes.
Perfect. That's what the training check is going to fall under.
Sweet.
It was such a solid roll, but then I banked off the side. We're looking at a 5. I did not have a good day of
My condolences.
Fill/masterwork, I
Yeah,
guess.
you probably are a little rattled after hearing
I mean,
that.
yeah, couldn't
Yeah.
really focus.
It's hard to think.
I came out here to live my own life and make my own name. And
That's the one.
I still will. I've quadrupled down.
Yeah, I
Just-
rolled a
just gonna-
3. I think I'm a little distracted by these fish.
Yeah.
Just haven't seen much
Anything like it.
animal life in a while.
Uh-huh.
So to see something that beautiful, that enthralling, I think I would have neglected a bit of my duties that day.
Well, I couldn't wait to find out how Ellie be cooking up those fish, and I got an 18.
Great.
Nice.
He's decided to teach you how to make deep fried fish. Just altogether. And well, really anything. He teaches you how to deep fry fish by deep frying like with some of the nails they have on board. You can
This gives me ideas.
You know, you can batter anything you want as long as you manage to batter. You take it, you stuff it in the batter, and then off it goes to the frying pan.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Jeez.
I can't even guess. Fried what? What would you be thinking of?
we're going to find out at dinner.
Fried kiwi, like.
Off to the next day.
Ooh. Did you succeed yours?
I did.
Okay,
I
good.
got
Oh.
14.
As long as some people on the trip are doing good.
Yeah, some people are learning something on this boat.
You really need to buckle down,
Yes, ma'am.
buck up,
All right.
pull yourselves up by the.
Listen, let's see how you handle this next day, okay?
Okay.
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 Now someone go ahead and roll an event dice. The
someone
D100
else's
set.
turn.
It's
Quick,
your turn
Isha,
now.
Isha should do one.
I need an event roll and I need the D20.
Dang. Make you should do the crazy dice. Just kidding. I'll let you guys pick. I shouldn't. I don't
These are
need
so
to.
nice and heavy.
Yep.
They're really lovely, you guys. They're like a really bold red, like my shirt. And they have beautiful gold numbering.
Another dice goblin enters the chat.
Really nice heft.
The metal dice.
The dice will
They've
always
done their
seduce.
work.
The dice always win.
Ooh, that heft though.
Oh my gosh. She is toast.
Yeah. Nice.
I'm toast.
You're going to want dice. A million dice.
51.
48 and 51. Not that far apart.
Statistically, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Is that
Statistically,
I need the
chances.
severity.
true?
D20. Okay.
The
Severity.
Baby 20.
We're doing the baby 20.
It's a 15.
Baby 20, big numbers. Big dreams, big heart.
We're doing numbers out here.
Watch it be every other one is like bad. Like the even numbers are good, but this one's 51 and it's odd, so it's a calamity. Like
I don't know.
I don't know.
Calamitous.
It is correct that even numbers are the good guys. I don't know why.
This is true. It's like how math is read. Like
Yes,
yes.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yep, I knew you would. I appreciate that great.
It's like when someone's adjusting the volume on the TV and they leave it at 19. not okay.
Wild.
How do you feel about this, Kyle? Because math is not red.
What?
5 is red.
5 is red?
Yeah. 4 is blue. 3 is green. 2 is yellow. 1 is white.
3
Get
is
your
green.
2 yellow out of here.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay.
3 is green. I'll
Yes.
take that.
Yeah.
But math in general is red. If you're making your freaking tab dividers for your little middle
Yeah.
school trapper keeper,
Like history is
math
going to
the
be like
red
your
one.
navy blue.
No way.
Yeah.
Math is green. Math is green.
No.
Math is
And
green.
like
No.
science is green.
Did you just nod at
Oh,
me?
science is
math
blue,
green?
language
I
arts
think
is
it's
green.
more green.
That's what I was at.
See what I knew?
Yes.
Because here's the last
What did you
question
read?
here.
Well, history.
Even,
What
odd
did I make
numbers.
history?
How did you
I
feel?
don't remember.
Is
About even
19
being the
the
good guy?
wrong
It was orange.
Oh, I don't.
volume,
Just
sir?
kidding. What was orange? I think health was orange. Gross.
Yeah, that feels right.
The actual volume in my ears matters more than the number. You said that, and I went, I wonder how many times I've done that to someone.
That is
Probably a lot, but it's about
Yeah, you
being
can,
right
like
in my
18
head.
is acceptable and 20 is acceptable, not 19.
Hilarious. Because no.
15s
These
are
numbers gotta
also
get outta
acceptable.
here. Out of
17?
here.
No.
Get 'em out.
Kyle's lying. There is only one number he always sets his volume to.
Not true.
Yes,
I go to
huh?
22 every time.
Yes. Yes.
I'm like holding a sleeping baby, and I'm watching like TV, and I'm like, sorry, kid. Boo, 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 boo. Like, anyways.
And we
Welcome
started
back.
this D&D off with a chat, and boy, did it get
Yeah.
us chatting.
Like I said, we never play D&D here.
Hey, we played. We saw some fish. We
Yeah.
got some existential dread. We
That's
got
a whole session.
Yeah.
And guess what? There's more.
I
There
learned how
is.
to deep
Quick.
fry some fishies too.
More dread. More dread.
As the dusk rises on the next day. It's a regular day.
Oh, that's suspicious.
The crew calls. Nothing's terribly out of place as far as you can tell. And the crew is going about their own business, taking care of their tasks, doing their things.
I would like to spend today my particular training being on quick like entry back onto the ship. Like if someone goes overboard, I want to know
Oh, sure.
if I go get them, then what's the path to get back up onto the deck or to get them onto whether it's a lower like loading
Basically
deck
going
or
over like
something.
emergency plans.
Just
Yeah.
that's because it's a thing that I think that I'd be the first one to be jumping into that water
Sure.
because I'd be able to handle it pretty well.
Because if any of the vamps hit the water, it's a bad day.
Yes.
You'd be right.
It's a bad day for them.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
not to speak out of turn, but I wonder, like, what you did with the hook earlier. Like, the war boy attach me, jump down and grab somebody and get pulled back up. That would be sick. So hopefully that is the most efficient and best way for this to happen. But I am not the DM, so
I mean, could be, but we gotta be ready for things where I gotta be free to react.
to
I
just
can't
do it
be
without
reacting
getting attached.
with the attach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
This is
just
true.
yeah. So that's basically I just would want to find out, maybe practice
Sure.
a couple, just like what are the best access points up onto the ship. Also to then know if some boarding and stuff is going to be happening. Just where to.
Yeah, who's vulnerable and where to defend.
You're going to
Very
roll
smart.
survival with advantage because I really love the motivation on this one.
Thank you, sir.
Hey,
Here we
you
go.
took the initiative, son, and I like that.
like it. Let me reward you for it.
Reward you for your initiative.
14.
14.
Oh wait, you said advantage.
I did.
Natural 20.
Whoa! You know the ship in and out. You've never done anything wrong. No.
So you find out that there are 2 ladders ingrained in the wood on the front,
Okay.
on the starboard, and the port side.
Okay.
On the bow. And on the rear, there's one coming essentially right up the starboard side.
Okay.
There's not one on the other side because that's a lifeboat. There are 4 lifeboats on the ship. However, there's also a cargo hatch at the bottom that opens the back of the boat.
Whoa.
And inside, that's where you go learn about the dock. You actually take the opportunity to go all the way down to the bottom where the brig is, where the cargo hold is, the deep cargo hold, and there's a large monster cage in the back.
Whoa.
Yes.
And big old back doors for that G.I. Joe troop transport to
Pretty
come
much.
out of.
Yep.
That's so sick. Wow, we Gang, what a boat this DawnSetter.
Is the guy still in the brig?
The simulacrum is still there.
Both of them?
Both of them.
Is anyone else in
They're
there?
both tied up still. And there's been a guard. There's a guard stationed at the brig because it's currently full.
Yeah. Are you doing all right?
Talking to the guy or the guard?
The two in the brig.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're bound.
I'm doing fine, but I don't want to be here anymore.
Because he won't shut up.
I won't shut up. You won't shut up. No, you shut up.
I turn and look at the guard. Are you doing okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. Right. I'll have Ellie
Yeah,
send
I'm
some
fine.
food.
As he's like cleaning the barrel on his flintlock.
Jeez. Right. Keep it up.
Thanks. I'll do my best. I got 2 more days of this.
Okay.
At least you're not bound up. Yeah. At least you're not bound up. Hey, go get me a treat. No, I want the treat. Get me a snack, not a treat. I'm no pansy like his. Hey, you call me a pen? Just headbutts the other guy. It's like, and then the dude just grabs the gun and bangs the cage. Like, what do we do?
You
No snacks, no treats. Not on this ship.
Not now. Not no treats. Not no how.
listen. I see them. I see the bickering, and I think back to times just in the hells.
Yeah.
Youth, youngins that are in less than ideal circumstances and needed a distraction for both their sake and, we'll say, the parents, the guardians, whatever. So I look to them and I go, I'm guessing it gets a bit boring in here. I would offer this as a little bit of a treat for you. It won't last long, but it's better than nothing. I'm going to reach my hands through the bars and I'm just going to cast Druid Craft. I'm just going to make a little weather sensor. It's just a tiny, harmless sensory effect that'll just let them know, and it'll be at that location for 24 hours.
Right.
So it'll just let them know what's going on. It's the equivalent of iPad kids. I'm just going to give these kids an iPad to just have something else to look at than each other.
You turned on the weather channel.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you know what? They both sit down and they just kind of.
I look to
stare.
the guard and I just, hopefully that helps.
And he just puts the gun back in its holster. Yeah, takes the edge off.
Good. Good.
Gang, there is
Right.
will wonders ever cease? D&D will always present you with a new something every day. Magic the Weather Channel. Who'd have thought? You know, it keeps you guessing. The possibilities are endless. Anyways,
So you have a very strong layout of how this goes, and then you have an idea.
Yes.
And this idea is that there's a ton of crossbows loaded in the armory. And inside it's also the first time you've been to the armory.
Yeah.
The armory is loaded pretty heavily. It's not standardized weaponry by any means. There's plenty of standardized weaponry that they have stolen. But there's loads of crossbows. There's dual handers. There's single handers. There's winches. There's spears. There's pikes. There's swords. There's more flintlocks, more rifles, plenty of barrels, plenty of ammo, they're loaded for game. And then an idea hits you, and that is you could use the two-handed crossbow as essentially a fishing mechanism.
Sweet. Okay.
So because they're undead, and as long as they get to go to sleep soon, you could spear one in the shoulder and reel him in like a fish.
Okay.
yowza! Just don't miss.
Wild. Yeah.
Do the shoulder, don't do the heart.
I don't know.
No, I guess it's not a stake, but
Yeah.
Here's
Okay.
your wooden arrow, sir.
yeah, exactly. That's where my brain was like, oh, wooden crossbow bolt, nice.
Okay. Sick.
You did think about the ballista for 2 seconds, and you're like,
Too big.
oh, that's too big.
But this dual hand here,
Pulverized.
I'd be able to, like some sort of rope or something.
Yeah.
Would okay.
Mhm.
Sick.
Because there's winches in there, and they're just freehand winches that they would bolt to the side of the ship and then like tow things or things like
Yeah.
that.
What is a winch?
A winch is a crank essentially with it's
Oh.
got a gear mechanism on it so that when you crank it one way, it can't go back the other way unless you release it. So it's got like a lock as you turn it. That comes past. It's kind of shaped like a fin, and as the fin rolls
It
against the
locks
latch,
into place.
it can't go back the other way.
I see.
And so it helps with towing things and heavy weight because you can crank things in and it won't let go on you and spin
Yeah.
back the other direction. But they normally have a release
towing.
that you can hit that allows this part, the catch, to open.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
So would it just be a heavy crossbow?
Yep.
That I'd put
Heavy
in?
two-handed crossbow.
Okay. Sick.
And, you load 50 feet of rope on it and hope for the best.
Sweet.
If they get too far out, get the ballista out and solve the broken limb and solve the missing limb later.
Yeah. Oh, I feel like it's if they're far enough that I can't get them with the crossbow. They're probably dead by that point.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Sweet.
And
Good.
that was a good win.
Thank you.
That was
Yes.
a good win.
Do I put that towards my training at all?
Yes. Yes, you
Okay.
do. Because that I would absolutely consider this part of naval proficiency.
So is that one or do I get two because I was oh yeah.
That's a big deuce right there.
Good.
Wait,
Awesome.
why? Because it's a nat 20?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Natural
okay.
20 is basically two successes. Anyone else?
learned a lot.
Anything of note on your training checks that you guys want to knock out, or just knock them out for the day and called it good?
I mean, listen, do we see the old James Winifred Duskthorn running around anywhere? Like, he's just never on the bridge, it
Nope.
seems. Huh.
Raish is the one who calls the shots
Right.
on the deck for the dusk crew. For the dawn crew is almost pretty much automated.
I don't know. I'm going to have to go talk to this guy at some point, but it is not this day.
Sure.
I will roll for this check.
Let's see how you fare with your roll today,
Yeah.
little
Get,
miss.
A new day.
get checked.
It's
Yes.
a nude egg.
But it all feels old.
Hey, 18. Get wrecked. Everybody get wrecked.
What'd you get?
I got a critical one.
Oh.
That is not a success.
No.
Oh,
And you take disadvantage on the next day.
No.
Oh. You missed the sun.
I'm just depressed.
Just depressed.
With my mop.
Yeah.
That's sad.
I'd rather.
rather just sing. What a bummer. Listen.
Is it a 1?
Oh my
What?
gosh.
Halfling luck.
Still.
Does that work on training
Why did we
checks?
both just have such a bad day.
It's the sun.
The sun.
It's gotta be.
Ah.
And whatever you tried to deep fry yesterday, you ate too much of.
That
You actually
sounds
ate.
right.
You ate a deep fried nail on accident.
Oh no.
I mean, Ellie did.
Sounds
Yeah.
like I started deep frying everything in the kitchen. Well, deep fried watermelon.
Deep fried ladles.
Ladles. Okay,
Ladle,
so it
ladle,
was a
ladle.
1. I can't re-roll or anything. I'm a halfling 2.
We'll let it play.
Okay.
Stupid halfling luck. Go ahead and roll it again.
Oh,
Stupid. Stupid.
Boom.
I feel
And here we
queasy
thought a
and-
crit was a crit, you know?
Not when you got a halfling. Is it another one?
Almost. It looked like it for a minute,
did.
but it's a 7.
It was the one other number that
Yeah.
makes you go.
Just right there.
All right, then you're fine. You get to roll. You get to roll through, it and you're perfectly okay.
Okay.
Not no big breakthroughs today, no successes, but
So I didn't get to learn anything delicious like
No.
deep frying, but
Well,
You
what
bit
goes
away
around
at
comes
the
around,
day,
I
I guess.
suppose.
But you do miss the sun because you can't perform any of the rites and
Yesterday.
rituals that you have been raised on.
No.
You only get it for a few moments as the sun is rising and as it is setting.
Jeez. Jeez, Zorkfield.
Yeah.
She's
Like-
just like just kind of hums the temple songs and
And it makes your tattoos flicker.
going out slowly.
Jeez.
hey, I have some ideas, I think.
Wait, what?
I think that maybe my color spray could like give us some vitamin D.
I don't think that's how that works.
It's a stretch.
Well.
But like if we could have some light and some salmon.
Do some red light therapy.
Some light and some salmon, dude.
That's my plan for winter. Okay, just looking at me like I'm crazy.
No.
Everybody just trying to survive winter out here. Okay, so when you don't get sun, maybe you have a little. I was trying to think of like a red light or a lamp or a happy lamp, and I have color spray.
I've never heard of color spray.
Do you get to
Explain that.
choose color spray, or do you roll
You
a random?
launch a dazzling array of flashing, colorful light.
Does that reset
You want the
every long
blinded
rest?
condition? You want them blind there?
If
That's
everyone just
all
closes
that
their
does. That just blinds you.
He read on.
I think it's like
Oh.
it's not like blinded like darkness. It's like blinded like when you look at the sun
Yeah.
and it's the giant white ball. So it's just like a big white out
Okay.
blinding.
Moira's just sat in bed, and then
like-
Trinda's just like,
Blah.
just a
Feel
flashbang
better.
into the room. Have you tried this?
And now she's blind. Now she's blind. She can't tell that it's dark.
Yeah, because it's not dark blind. It's that blinding
Yes,
white.
the white
sear.
blinding.
That
Siri.
hurts your eyes.
Yes.
All right, if you're into it, I guess,
I mean, it comes from a good place.
Yeah.
I
The
could
motivation
choose
is there, and it's
to look and
you
see
feel
if I
that
have
one
any
right there.
Salmon in my
Right there in
my
the heart.
rations.
Salmon in your
rations.
rations.
Well,
Maybe
Salmon ration.
some cod liver oil. That's what my mom used to give me.
sounds delicious.
Sounds like it'll get you through the winter.
It will get you through the winter, sir.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
do I have any? Is this oil in my rations?
There's plenty of fish oil.
Fish oil?
Yeah.
Good.
Well,
Well,
Ellie
On-
can't
on the
guarantee
ship.
what kind of fish oil it is.
I just want to make sure I'm taking it, and I'd also like to recommend it to you.
How do you just drink the oil?
I mean, on a tablespoon, or yeah, you guzzle it.
Yeah, you just guzzle it.
I'm gonna try it.
My stomach can taste the fish oil burps.
Yes,
Oh,
you can.
I can feel it. Okay, go ahead and roll a
100%.
con save. Because that's what I'm doing currently.
Oh, a con save. Why a save? What about a con success?
'Cause, you ever had fish oil?
No.
I got a
You
10.
should. It's very good
Oh,
for you.
riding the lightning on that first one.
Did you just say riding the light?
Lightning.
On top of your disadvantage for the next day.
Stop.
I had to roll disadvantage on this.
No.
Okay.
Was
On
it
top of
very-
it.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
Stop.
Whenever you go to talk to someone, you'll have you'll have to roll a charisma save because you have
so
this
I-
constant level of fish oil burp.
Yo.
I was trying to
Moira.
help.
I would like to try and help as well. If we're all sharing a bunk, and we can
This is in the interest of a party.
and we can clearly see and smell that people are having a rough go.
On the high seas.
I'm going to take the time to cast a through. I can do it as a ritual.
Okay.
This shit is crying, dude. Oh my god.
All the well intentions, and I feel like this is also going to go badly somehow.
won't.
It's gonna
It
work
won't.
great.
It's gonna be
So
great.
How could it possibly go?
How could it possibly get worse
It
than
can't.
fish burps?
How did
Nothing
the
could-
fish burps happen, man? I was trying to help
Listen.
a sad girl.
It can't.
Burps is the name of our
Oh,
kid
God.
sidekick.
I'm going
It makes my
to
stomach just.
cast Find Familiar as a ritual, and I'm going to summon a spirit to just hook up and start to be a little homie for us here.
I'd like
So-
to make a point of order.
The
Yeah.
bunk homie?
This is the second time you've played a character that has a cute sidekick.
Oh, get one.
Well,
one.
listen, you cast spells.
You get a familiar.
You get a familiar. It's. I'd be lying if I said that wasn't a reason why I'm like, if I'm slinging spells, I gotta make sure I can Find Familiar.
I get it.
Oh yeah. There's one thing we know about Kyle.
So I'm gonna cast it, and we're just gonna summon a little cat, because I feel like that's
Just the ship cat.
just a cat that, if it can be as kind of bright
Roll for allergies.
orange. See, but it's just a spirit. It's just a spirit.
It's that-
So
Roll
quit
for
trying to ruin
spiritual
this.
allergies.
Can
Oh,
I-
it's an orange cat.
Oh, don't say that.
No.
I heard the word orange.
I'm saying bright sunny colors is
Orange.
all.
So an orange cat.
No, like a light, like tan.
Yeah, we're
Light
talking
tan.
like a
So like,
a sand
like a light
color.
right. So if
orange.
you took like the red color and you like muted it with some yellow.
Listen, all right, I kill the cat. I
No,
send it back
stop
to the
it, stop
freaking
it.
spirit
Wait, no,
world.
please don't.
It appears as an orange cat, and I go, get out.
Wait, are you
No,
serious?
not if it appears as an orange cat, it's
And it
outta
refuses to go
Here. What?
because it's an orange cat.
Well, I will just.
You didn't decast it. You tried to tell it to leave.
Okay.
Oh, well, he was no. By saying go away, he meant decast.
Oh no.
All right.
What happens after my
Are
arm is
you-
broken?
And it turns around and just licks its paw.
Myra, do you like this?
Do you like this?
Okay.
Hey, that's one.
I will decast you
3
right here and
strikes,
right now.
and you are gone.
And that's one strike. We'll see if the other two show up next week.
Oh my god.
Wait, last thing. Point of order. So I started making a joke about a sidekick before I realized that you were casting a familiar. I said that the name of the sidekick was
It's
Fishburps. I would love if that was this cat's name.
Fishburps, the little orange kitten.
I'm
we
glad you
go.
saw where I was going with this.
Try to do something nice for your friends.
And you
try.
did, because unexpected little sidekicks. The real DawnSetter Guild is the Fishburp cats we make along the way.
And we
So.
did make this one. So.
We'll see you next week. Cheers.